Reading back here, the bridge, once complete, will allow users to use Nervos and Cardano's native currencies, CKB and ADA, respectively, interchangeably. So you'll be able to use these native currencies interchangeably. What is up, guys? Norris Digital Assets coming at you with another video. This video is going to be on CKB Nervos and some price predictions. I think it's going to be a promising coin. I think you're going to like this video. So down here in the corner is my watermark. It is my logo. Just put your mouse, hover your mouse over the logo, and you can subscribe that way. If you click my logo, click subscribe, or click subscribe below, same difference. I am going to be picking 25 people. I've already picked, I believe, 5 of 25, and those people are going to be rewarded as this channel hits milestones later. This channel will keep growing and growing and growing. So type below in the comments, I subscribed. Now, let's get into CKB. So let's take a look at the chart. Norris Digital Assets on Twitter, follow there. Let's take a look at the chart. CKB. So what we have going on here is what we have going on in VeChain and a number of other charts. We have what appears to be that's been forming. We just started forming this in the last few days. This is on the daily, so each candle is 1 day. These last 3-4 days, we started forming this pattern of coming back up, finding support on the 55 and on the 20 and coming back up to form this handle. So let me show you. So basically we have here, we have a giant cup and handle that we have been forming over the last couple of months. It is a bullish sign to see this when we are entering a bull run. We're entering the bull market. So basically, if we wanted to draw this out, what we've been forming here, we have not completed the handle. We are down here on the handle. What we can do is, so we can measure this out for that movement out of the cup and handle. We are expecting a rise up to 3 cents coming out of that cup and handle. When we complete this handle, depending on, there are many factors in the market, guys. Depending on what Bitcoin and Ethereum do, a lot of what happens in these altcoins depends on what Bitcoin and Ethereum do. And eventually it'll be, maybe Cardano will be in that mix too, but Cardano is still making some moves. But we have this cup and handle. We have to come up and complete that handle. And then we are looking to make a move up to the 3 cent range, which is a 100, it should be around 100% gain on that movement. You're talking, you're going to be going from, well, you're going from 1.58 to around 3 cents. So not quite 100% gain, but it's some nice movement. So up to that 3 cent level. Now, let me erase some of that there. So that's the cup and handle that we've been forming. We are still forming the handle. As we find support on this 20 EMA and Bitcoin keeps doing its thing and the market keeps warming up and heating up, we should be able to see some candles start to close higher with higher lows and make their way back up, complete that handle, and that's when we can start that movement up to that 3 cents, which should be sooner than later. We got to keep watching Bitcoin. It's really struggling with that 50,000, but we'll see what it does here. Maybe we'll get some fireworks tonight, overnight. So that is what we have for the cup and handle and that run up to 3 cents. If we're talking longer term, I think it's going to be pretty impressive in the long term. And compared to some other coins, I think CKB is actually going to be able to make these runs if we hit our full stride in this bull run come October, November, December. So let me pull out the fib and set it there. So looking at the chart, Longer term in this bull run, towards the end of this bull run, we are looking to come up to 12 cents, way up here, the 1618. We have other coins that have already passed the 1618. We have other coins that are heading towards there now. I would say, so this is on the daily still, I would say that, where do we have? So CKB is in the same boat as Algorand and some of these other coins that printed a bullish cross later than a number of other coins. So we have coins like Dogecoin, Algorand, CKB, the one that we're showing now, and Filecoin. We have a number of coins, those four in particular, that are sort of behind in the market, that they printed their bullish cross on the daily later than a number of these other coins, so they are somewhat behind. Plus, lately, since it did form this bullish cross later than these other coins, lately Bitcoin has not made a whole lot of movement, and you know that's a lot to do with the movement of altcoins. So we're looking to see what happens over these next few days, but we're hoping that we can find support on the 20 and the 30 and complete that handle. When we complete that handle, which is also that completing that handle, which would be at the 0.5 retracement level at 1.8 cents, 1.9 cents, that when we're at 1.5 cents now, that's when we'll be completing that handle, and we'll look to make that move up long term up to that 12-cent range. Let's draw that out. Let's see what that looks like from current price point. Current price 158 and making it up to the 1618. 722% run during this bull run, and that could also be considered conservative. To me, honestly, I think that CKB is one of those coins that can do that. It depends on the story of these coins is part of it too. The story of the utility, the speculation around the utility, and the partnerships of the coin, and also the social media presence. And you know, sometimes coins just catch on, and you have coins like XRP that sometimes they just there's nothing, there's no new news, there's nothing coming out, and all of a sudden, boom, big green candle. You're not seeing anything on the 4 hour or the 1 hour, but boom, big giant green candle. So there is some of that to it too. But at the end of the day, CKB, I think I'm going to explain, I'll show some stuff in a minute, but I think it's going to have that storyline, and it's going to be connected in certain ways that's going to make it be able to make those moves up to the 1618, 700%, and then possibly move up even further than that towards the 2272, which is super high up there at 40 cents, which would be a massive run. But even finding your way above the 1618 in this area later in this bull run, later in this year, early next year, if CKB gets that traction that I think it might be able to do, which I'll show some stuff here, that would be some very beautiful movements. If we look at CKB here on the 4 hour, let's reset the chart. Remove some drawings. It's back out here. We have a W double bottom here. So it's been a resistance level many times in the past, and we've seen the double bottom down here. It's a real clean double bottom. So we've seen that. So measuring if we can break above this resistance line finally that we've hit a number of times. We fell through it here, but we hit it. We hit it like 4 or 5 days in a row. There was one wick, but that was when the bear cycle was coming and it was closing in on us fast. Obviously, boom, boom. You had Bitcoin and you had pretty much every coin in the market going through that bear cycle all summer. So things dropped down pretty far there. But if we can find some support above this line and blow through this line as we start to move up and as the market starts to heat up and as Bitcoin heats up, when we can find that, what we can do is we can measure out this W double bottom. We can measure it out, and let's see where that may take us. So in the shorter term of things, we could be looking at a 176 CKB, which would be a nice little movement. You know, if you got $1,500 or $2,000 in there or so, you know, you could expect, you know, go up, you know, a few $100. It just depends. It just depends, you know, how what your portfolio looks like, how it's spread out, etc. Not financial advice, but you know, there's going to be some different times to buy into this. Whenever you're seeing it hit the 20 or the 55 again, if it does, then you'll see that time to buy into there. But if we get this movement in the near term, depending on many factors, Bitcoin, namely, nice 12% move up, and we may hit our head a little bit there. If you do make that move up, you know, you might be getting away from the EMAs a little bit, possibly on the daily, and you might correct back a little bit. But that's basically what CKB is looking like on the charts right now. Just forming that cup and handle like I showed you on the daily. Just forming that over the last few days. We have, so one reason why, if we go back to the daily, when I was showing those fib extensions, when we were talking about 12 cents CKB, why I think it can make those moves. Many coins are going to make the moves to the 1618, but CKB is going to be making moves possibly with Cardano. CKB, this article is from July 22nd, so a little bit of an older article, but the cross-chain bridge to Cardano on the Nervos. Now, on June, I'm just going to read this. On June 2nd, along with IOHK, Input Output Hong Kong, that is Charles Hoskinson's company based in Japan, the developers of the Cardano blockchain, a cross-chain bridge connecting the Cardano and Nervos networks, was announced. We would like to provide an update on how the building of the bridge has gone so far. So if you guys have been following Cardano, obviously that's making some major moves. If you follow me, I'm huge on Cardano and Charles, and the smart contracts are coming September 12th, so that's going to be huge. Whether it's sell the news or not, that's going to be huge, and that's when Cardano is going to look to make some ground. We have CKB connected to Cardano, which is huge, which could be, you know, part of the storyline on CKB and its possible future utility use cases. Reading back here, the bridge, once complete, will allow users to use Nervos and Cardano's native currencies, CKB and ADA, respectively, interchangeably. So you'll be able to use these native currencies interchangeably, as well as create their own tokens, user-defined tokens, across both blockchains. So that's pretty cool, and that's sort of exciting. I saw a little post on their Twitter about this. Let's see here. You got to spell it right, Nervos. So on their Twitter page, there's just been a little bit, you know, they're releasing a lot of news about this hackathon that is coming up on September 10th. I believe this mouse belt company is the one engineering this, and I believe it mentions them in this article. Yep, mouse belt down here at the bottom. So mouse belt is the one developing this partnership, this cross-chain bridge to Cardano, and Mousebelt's doing the engineering or whatever, so that's pretty cool. Another thing that you always like to see, I don't care how small of a sign this is or not, you go here to, you know what, I don't even need to go to his page. I'll just go back to Nervos. You're on the Nervos page. We see who is following Nervos. And of course, we have Dan, who is a huge Cardano guy on YouTube. And we have Input Output, Charles Hoskinson from Cardano. We have his company that is following Nervos on Twitter. Now, this might be a small sign to some people. Some people might say, that means nothing. That means nothing. I disagree. No matter how small of a sign this is, of an indicator this is, I don't care. I believe it is a decent indicator, and it's real cool that they're connected to IOHK and Cardano, and I think Nervos is going to have a chance at making some moves based off the chart, based off the storyline, based off of Cardano releasing the smart contracts on the 12th. Let's see if everything ties together, and hopefully Nervos gets into gear and makes some major moves. Still, Nervos, very cheap. Still, obviously, the price And that's not the biggest, it's not the end of the world. The price isn't the biggest thing. It's the market cap. And according to coinmarketcap.com, the market cap is still under 500 million. So it's not too big of a coin yet, which is nice to see. You know, it would be good. You know, it would obviously be better to grab it, 50 million market cap, but that's in the past. We're talking present. We're talking, right now, today. And the fully diluted is only a hair higher, which is nice to see. There's not much else there's not much more than the circulating supply and the max supply. So there's not much more that can be released later either. The circulating supply is already up there. So there's only so many of these coins available, and supply and demand, less supply, more demand, small market cap. I don't see any reason why when Cardano takes off and Nervos starts working more with Cardano and Mousebelt, it does more engineering with this cross-chain program infrastructure they're doing. I don't see why Nervos can't start heading towards $1 billion, which if it did head to $1 billion, obviously that's double the market cap. That would be double the price. That would put you around 3 cents, which would put you on that exit out of that cup and handle if that plays out. Until that pattern is invalidated, that cup and handle is validated for the next movement for CKB. Let's watch Bitcoin. Let's watch everything else. Let's see what's coming next. That's going to be it for this video. There's not much else to say about Nervos right now. There's not much else to say about CKB. If you haven't subscribed yet, click subscribe. You're going to be thankful that you did in the long run. I believe that. We're going to be putting out more and more videos, and it's always good to have an additional perspective on this market, as the market is very volatile and it changes very quickly. So click subscribe, click my watermark down here, click subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that when I actually release these videos, you actually get the alert that the video is released and you can watch it. So thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everyone who has watched so far, and we will catch you in the next video. See ya.